To the warrior king, Alex. Have you heard of the Roussemont's rise to power? Written by our own scribes in my own personal libraries, it is said that it was quite a struggle. Moose plotted much and took many a disgrace to his name, and for what? Why, to stand beside his friend Aegon. It is said that Moose knew every lie has a grain of truth, that everyone has a grain of deceit. This is what powered him so on his journey at your grandfather's side, his mission to be by your house's side, and to create a kingdom where his sons and his sons' sons could prosper. But what has happened to this dream? Cowards and criminals still lurk in the dark corners. Nay, even some don the titles of lords and strut with the shame of a lowly pig, which is to say, none. So I ask you, again, have you heard of the Roussemont's rise to power? The fury that drove my forefather runs deep in my veins, his mission etched in stone in my mind's eye. To throw down the false lords and kings and rise above them in victory. Lady Ravella and her dog husband Manfred will rue the day they cut down my father and watched him bleed. For his blood fueled me. Like a dragon's flame I will burn until I cannot continue. I will slay them, their line, and everything they hold dear. Their blood will water the gardens of my fury. Their cries will be the music to which I sing. I humbly ask you, Alex, of House Bear, son of Valor, ruler of the woods, will you stand aside so that I may complete my quest? To rid this world of the scum that is Lady Ravella, Manfred, and no doubt their imbecile children, and any trace of them, will you stand aside? Signed, the firstborn of John, Avenger and Destroyer, Eden Roussemont. So we begin today with another act of, I would term it tyranny, and I think the game determines it as such as well, of Lady Ravella, revoking a castle of Barrows from Andahar of Barrows. I think Andahar is one of the guys that we actually gave a title to, if I'm not mistaken, Genius. It seems like something I would have done. I don't exactly remember what was going on there, but yeah, she's revoked his castle from him. And so I've kind of left it up to you at the end of the last episode about how to deal with this going forward. And with Lord Manfred ready to take his role as the new Lord of House Whitewood, and has done quite well in growing up. I wish he was a better commander, but his learning never grew because of unknown sources. Again, not exactly sure what's up with that. But yeah, he didn't really stand much of a chance at that point. But he is still far superior as a ruler to Lady Ravella, who's been a thorn in our side for forever. It all kind of began when her mother was tortured to death on the orders of the High King Valor, who was the High King obviously before Alex. And so ever since then she's been either a pain to deal with or just flat out ridiculous and really provoking acts of not that are not conducive to the peace of the realm. So now she's a title claimant, she's ambitious, blah blah blah. We would much rather her son be in power than her. So I've kind of decided what we're going to do. The path that we're going to take is we're going to actually go about we're going to arrest her. That seems to be the consensus. The only issue is that it is pretty much impossible to arrest her. She has a much higher intrigue than we do, and it's a 1% chance. And so instead, what we're going to do is we're actually going to establish a household guard So a group of men loyal to House Bear have been brought together to establish your household guard. They will protect you and your family and can be put to work in Bear Hall. So there we go. We have our household guard. I'm surprised we hadn't done that before. I think the reason mostly being because we really haven't had much of a use for it. So Captain of the Household Guard, this is going to be something that's very interesting because this is not only an honorary title, but it has to be a courtier. It can't be someone from outside of kind of what we have going on. So I'm thinking either this guy Hendry, who is 47, formidable fighter, brilliant commander, administrator. I think he'd be a good fit for it. We do have another formidable fighter. Where is he? Up at the top, here we go. William Roseworth. He's 54, so there's a little bit more experience on his part. The only problem is that these guys won't be able to lead armies. So I wish I had a formidable fighter that was like a terrible commander. Like Atreus would have made the perfect captain of the household guard. However, you know what happened there. But I digress. There's not a curse. There's the hashtag not a curse. Leave it down below in the comment section. I dare you. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to make Hendry our master, or our captain of the household guard for now. Right now I'm not making the household guard as like the bear guard or any kind of king's guard or anything like that. That will come later. I think Alex should be the one to establish that. That seems kind of what he would do, but that's not the case for right now. I just need a man who's loyal, who is strong-willed and good enough for, and like intimidating enough to go and take care of what we need them to take care of. Another reason why I wouldn't put Roseworth in there is because he is low diplomacy, and I wouldn't want this to go wrong. This is a special mission for a special person. The other option we have is Peter Brook, who, in spite of being old and a lunatic, has been a really faithful servant of House Bear. He's only a skilled fighter, but he's a genius, and that kind of really boosts him up there. But drunkard and lunatic are not good for what we want to happen here. So, yeah, we are going to... I think the best thing that we can do is to make Hendry captain of the household guard. And so now we have the option. We can command our household guard to... let's see. Hold on. I think it's actually a personal diplomacy thing, maybe. Imprison. I wonder, is it a pop-up in order to do it? I think it might be a pop-up after we imprison. I don't want to do this the wrong way. And I'm not sure that I know... Command household guard. See, I thought you could send them to go make an arrest. It's interesting. It's very interesting. So I was trying to look and see. She owes me a favor. Obviously, I can't call in a favor on her to, like, arrest her, but... She would, I can revoke it for 100 prestige, and it would lower all of my vassals' opinion of me by minus 30. I could just revoke it. She's got a lot of titles. Goodness sakes. The plot to kidnap her would be, would be there. The only issue is that, already Lord Manfred doesn't like us. We're going to send him a gift while he's not a lord and increase his opinion of us a little bit. But I think probably the best thing for us to do is to just go ahead and try to imprison her and see what she does. And if she raises her flag in rebellion, then it's war. And unfortunately, we're like surrounded by the Den. And this could really deeply divide us. Like I said, her alliances or her pacts, she has a pact with Lord Paramount Emmon Weirwood. Let's see if we can... Okay, he would take a non-aggression pact. So let's do that and see if we can form an alliance, a full-fledged alliance with him. Okay, we need to choose how we want to educate our daughter, Neris, who is our attractive daughter. She is fantastic in stewardship. Good lord. Base of 7, that's really good. Let's spend a lot of money. Let's try to make her a good character. We need stronger members of House Bear. Oh look, Lord Paramount Jamie of the Torrentine has created the title Dorn. So does that mean he has 2 kingdom titles now? That would make him a very powerful vassal, would it not? There's an arranged betrothal. We propose that Lord Euphrates, who is the heir to the Stormwoods, become betrothed to Princess Neris. That is an interesting offer. I would prefer to marry her matrilineally, just to increase our abilities going forward to have more members of House Bear. I need to look really quick while I have this offer open. There's still 10 living members of House Bear, but there's 2 of them. Lady Betha. There's Lady Lena, who's married to Dickon Rivers, who's over here. There's Rhaenyra, who died at the age of 18. Let's see. Those are all members of House Whitewood. Those are all members of House Whitesteel. I think all the other lines have pretty much died out. Yeah. Yeah, looks like it. Let's see, who else? These are all members of House Roman, House Redhorn, Atreus Bear, there's 1. Those are all members of House Weirwood, and then there's my kids. Okay. Well, that does kind of make things interesting. What's up with Atreus Bear? Is he in our court? He is. We need to focus on him, too. Exceptional education, which is good. Rowdy, brooding, and willful, so he has potential to be really good. His learning is currently 7. That's not as good as we would like it to be. But he's under a pretty good teacher. What I would prefer, though... how do we show his wards? I don't have to navigate all the way back to that. I probably already missed this. Atreus Bear, there he is. We can actually place him under... We'd be better off placing him under... Not Roseworth. Peter Brook. Lots of good stats everywhere. A little bit of a loony, but, I mean, should make for a pretty good teacher. So I'm going to decline this, just because I want to matrilineally marry her and leave attractive in the bloodline and kind of progress it further. So I apologize to you, Moose. We're gonna deny Lord Eddins, whose story we actually read at the beginning of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun to make. But yeah, we're gonna deny this claim for this, and we should probably take him out for a carousing. Get rid of his stress and mine at the same time. But he seems a little uptight these days. Let's decline. and we'll move forward from there. Let's let this pact go through. Perfect. A wise choice. And then let's see if we can make a full-fledged... Can we? Where would it be? Form alliance. Okay, I can't just because I'm his liege. Okay, but now that we have that non-aggression pact, that'll be fine. He won't join her. He won't join this war, I don't think. And that's really her only major pact. Okay, so the time has come. We are going to go ahead and attempt to imprison. No one will care because she's acted dishonorably, so we won't become a tyrant or anything like that. So... Perfect. Interesting. So she's in our custody now, in spite of the fact that our men sent to arrest her were unable to get past her guards. She saw the futility of resisting and surrendered herself into our custody. So fantastic. We were at a state of war, I guess, but I guess that ended quickly through that. So fantastic. Now we obviously have we'll get it just casts us into mega war, and we shouldn't be. So I'm not gonna worry about the court for right now. And we can call her for trial, I think, here in just a minute. So my prisoner, Lady Paramount Ravella Whitewood, is complaining about her dark cell in the dungeon and is asking for more suitable accommodations that would befit her rank. Well, see, this is where it gets tough. I don't know if I should be merciful or if I should let her rot. Or if I should throw her in the obulate. Hmm. 25% chance of becoming cruel, but we all know that's like 100%. And I don't know that the High King is cruel, necessarily. But we can let her rot. I believe that's probably going to be our best bet, is to let her rot. And then we should have the option to call her for trial, right? We do. Okay, cool. So we call her for trial. Let's see. Throw in ovulate. 25% chance of becoming cruel, even from here. Diplomacy goes down to 20. Or down by 20. Wow. Right now it's 2. Yeah, her husband's not gonna like me for this. Oh, look, he doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. What about Lord Manfred? Also doesn't care. Fantastic. They're well aware of the situation. Yeah, they know what's up. So let's call her for trial, and let's make sure our Hand of the King, Quentin Roseridge, 15 diplomacy. I mean, let's just say. I mean, can we just exile her without actually going through anything? Oh, it'll increase our tyranny by 20. And I can't send her to the Night's Watch because she's a woman. Forced marriage, that would be hilarious. Okay. I think we definitely need to call her for trial. And let's just, I mean, I know this is mostly RNG depending on how the diplomacy works and also, you know, everything going on. But yeah, she's definitely guilty of fabricating claims, which I believe would be her charge. So, Lady Paramount Ravella Whitewood has demanded a trial by combat and is summoning her champion to Bear Hall. Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And I'm okay with it because we have a couple formidable fighters, and also technically we could try to fight this ourselves. Stress isn't lowering our combat by anything. It's lowering intrigue and stewardship a little bit. Dual skill estimate of 14. You know, I know it's never smart to fight your own trial by combat, but in this situation, you know, for this particular thing, I definitely think that the just, proud, brave, and ambitious High King Alex would consider it at least. So let me see who her champion is. She has a month to call her champion. Valor says his favorite toy is missing, and he won't go to bed without it. I may have thrown it out today while I was tidying up. So if I buy a new one, he gains the trait Fussy, or I lose 30 prestige and he becomes happy, and he may gain Fussy either way. I can take the prestige hit. Fussy is not a terrible trait though, is it? Fussy gives patient, greedy, or paranoid. Paranoid's good for intrigue. Greedy's not good. And patient's good. Valor's really doing well in diplomacy, but not really great in martial or intrigue right now. Let's take the hit and see if he does gain Fussy. Okay. I found the toy that Valor's crying about after going through the trash, but now he's not satisfied because it smells. So he's a fussy kid now. And now he's mad at me, apparently. It's weird. Okay, so I promised I would check in on Lord Paramount Hallion, who is the grandson of Lord Paramount Lionel. Oswell, of course, lost his... was forced to step down. He was charitable, temperate, and diligent, and also despaired by grayscale. But his son, Lord Paramount Hallion, is a knight who's an erudite. He's lustful, brave, diligent, content, and ruthless. Flamboyant schemer, so doesn't really live up to, you know, the formidable fighter knight that his grandfather was, but all the same, I think it's, I mean, ooh, Lord Wallen is a eunuch. That's not good. But Lord Paramount Hallion, doing all right. Diligent, on time, average military ruler. So he's doing pretty well over here in the Kingdom of the Redwoods. Let's see what kind of gift he would want to increase his opinion. 56 gold. I'm gonna pass for right now. We could definitely afford it. I'm gonna pass for right now on that. I'm waiting on Mega War to end. Okay, there we go. We should have the option to reappoint the old council now. Yep, good. We still have one opening for our council. Really? Chief General obviously is going to be Adrian, Advisor Auroran, and then also let's make let's make Emin Weirwood one of our advisors. That's perfectly fine. So you have the emo version of Aegon over here. You have emo Aegon as our Master of Laws. So he may actually be the one to interrogate. I think it's your Hand of the King, though. I really do. I think it's your Hand of the King. Although it doesn't matter because she's supposed to be calling her champion. I bet she can't find a champion. I bet she can't. I bet it's going to come down to a trial anyways. Let's see. A month has passed and Lady Paramount Ravella has failed to find a champion for her trial by combat. She must now stand trial before the court. Okie dokie. So let's put her on trial. Okay. Lady Paramount Ravella has demanded a trial before the court, which Quentin Roseridge shall oversee to ensure justice is served. At the start of the trial, she is formally accused of oath-breaking. So get trial charge, oath-breaking. A charge brought by Lord Paramount Zachary Bear. Interesting. Lady Paramount Ravella begins to present her defense, but the court did not seem impressed. She cut a very unconvincing and nervous figure, so Quentin shall now interrogate her. Strutting back and forth, Quentin masterfully questioned the accused. Every superlative was used in the common tongue. He captivated the court. He ripped through the accused's defense and showed them to be a liar. So he made a strong case as opposed to her weak one. That should mean that we should come out on top in this one. Ha ha ha, verdict has been reached. Quentin proclaims, for the crimes of get trial charge oath breaking, I proclaim Lady Paramount Ravella Whitewood to be guilty. You are the father. So I will have her head on a spike. I can exile her to the last river. She'll be forced to walk naked through the streets and then is kept in prison, or I can release her, and Quentin doesn't like that. So she's going to die. Essentially, this is how this is going to work. She's going to die. She's not my kin, so it's not kinslaying. Her family's probably not going to be super happy about it, but she was declared guilty, and it's time. It's time. I apologize to all of House Whitewood for sort of creating this stain. It wasn't my fault that Luke married Perian, although I do think I kind of set in motion a lot of these dishonorable acts through Valor. Although Perian did throw the first stone by killing Luke, which Valor revealed. So, yeah, it's time. I'll have your head on a spike. My king, Lady Paramount Ravella, has been brought from her cell for execution. How shall she be dispatched? I can feed her to the dragon, although that is a cruel act. She'll be beheaded in the old way, in the manner of the old gods. She'll be beheaded. It is the old way. And she is now dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. I heard in the comment section somebody mentioned that she's the witch of the woods, which that's a fantastic nickname, by the way. You guys are so freaking awesome. We'll do nothing for now about that. There's no need to worry about that. It also, like, seriously, it affected his opinion of me, but because of all the boosts to being his liege, even with Envious, his opinion of us is the same. So I'm not even worried about it. So Lord Paramount Manfred begins his reign. He's got 10 years before his tyrannical stain goes away, and I hope he can be set up. He's married to a lady of House Weirwood, so the daughter, or a daughter of the Mountain That Rides. She's only 20, so she's got plenty of time to have kids, and they've already had 2. Lord Manfred doesn't have any congenital traits, but that's not a big deal. And then Elaine, who is 5 already, so whoa, started young. They were both 15 when they had their first kid. That's super young. Good night. So as you can see, I fixed the rosewoods, and that should stay for the time being, because I think that's a good color for the rosewoods. I like the color there. I will say, I wish this had a dynamic coat of arms. So instead of being that, it would become, instead of being the sigil of Golden Grove, it would be House Kuslin's sigil, or at least even like the Golden Groves instead of the Kingdom of the Rosewood, the Kingdom of the Golden Grove. That's a better sigil than that for sure. But yeah, I digress. So I definitely want us to work. Oh, why do I have this giant army raised down here? That's weird. So I do want to colonize Old Town and get that worked out, but I want to finish our Dornish campaign. We got pretty well off there, and I don't see. Have you lost your war yet? 99% still. So I don't know what to do there. I can't really do anything. And then we need to figure out what to do. I think I'm just going to have one of these go away. Probably the Kingdom of the Torrentine, because it's a titular kingdom. I won't have to worry. If I do this one, I won't have to worry about whenever we change borders. And then we can just deal with what Dorne looks like going forward. But I'm going to wait till all of the campaigns are done before we do that. Still can't declare war there. I don't know why we can't declare war on that guy. Probably because he's in command, maybe. It's interesting. Dude's a huge marshal. What about you? What about Sunspear? Can't declare war on them either. Valid Cassius Bailey. Oh, look. It's time. Okay. So this is, we'll continue the Dornish campaign in the next episode, and we'll also introduce the new Lord Paramount of Dorne, quote unquote, because it's not going to stay Dorne. It could potentially be the marches, because there's the Dornish marches. It could potentially be, although that does kind of interfere with the Mander, even though they don't touch, technically. They don't touch. You know, there's a couple different things that we could figure out. That's not for this episode, though. This is for this episode. Look, the white dragon. Oh, Bantis looks awesome. It's freaking amazing. Good God. I'm like in awe right now. I am in awe. The dude is amazing. Look, his grandfather looks freaking awesome, too. Winged Stranger looked badass, but Bantis just, oh, freaking tight, man. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so we are going to rename Bantis. We're going to change his name, and so I can do that through game editing. That's not a problem. We didn't change his name earlier on or anything like that. We're going to change his name. So Bantis will no longer be known as Bantis. He will be known as... Leave a comment down below. I'm not sure where I want to be with that one yet. But good Lord, he looks awesome. I'm so stoked for that. I'm so stoked. This is good. The woods is finally rid of the witch. The kingdom is finally, like, has a measure of peace about it. House Whitewood can begin to rebuild and retool and grow. All of our Lords Paramount are doing well and thriving. I noticed this in the last episode. Quentin Hammerhorn took back the Iron Isle, so good for him. Good for him. He doesn't like us because obviously we weren't the ones that pressed his claim. It was actually, was it no, it wasn't Valor, was it? I can't remember if it was Valor or Aegon. It was probably Valor that pressed his claim. And yeah, so lots still to do in the current situation. We need to wait for the Northwoods to end their war. We need to, finish up our Dornish campaign. But that's huge news. I want you guys to leave a good name down below for Bantis, now known as the White Dragon. Oh, it's freaking awesome. So leave what you think a good name for it would be. Recall that his father's name was Winged Stranger, which is, it was also known as the Red Death. But yeah, let's get some good nicknames and some good names going for Bantis. The new dragon, or not really new, but the dragon of House Bear. And I would say new. Probably, new enough. Now that we're going to name him, especially. So, fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Anyways, so leave a like and leave a comment down below. If you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Statistically showing that about 50% of, and actually a little bit more than 50% of you guys are not subscribed. And so please subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever I release videos. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the premiere of Knights of Mandalis at the end of this week, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That episode will drop 1 hour later. We'll be on the Discord server having ourselves a nice little Q&A chat, and oh man, I'm so excited. You guys are so amazing and wonderful and excellent. I can't wait to see what this game holds, and then also that one. You guys are fantastic. Yeah, I'm so amazed. I'll see you guys next time.